My child, before you hear anything else, pause for a moment. Not with your hands, not with your breath, but with your inner world. Still yourself. Let the noise of your thoughts soften like ripples settling in a quiet pond. Because right now, I, Krishna, I am speaking to you not through temples, not through scriptures, not through chants or rituals, but through this very moment that your soul pulled you into. Yes, I pulled you. Do you think you arrived here by chance? Do you think your finger hovered randomly and tapped this video without meaning? No, my child, I guided you. I nudged you. I whispered to your heart in a language older than your breath. For so long, I have been trying to reach you. I placed gentle signs in your path, the sudden thought that came out of nowhere, the dream you dismissed as imagination, the person who entered your life for a brief moment to deliver a message you weren't ready to hear. I sent synchronicities, repeating numbers, unexpected pauses, strange coincidences, all of them were me, softly calling your name. But each time, life pulled your attention away. Your worries grew louder than my whispers. Your fears overshadowed my guidance. You convinced yourself that you must walk alone, and yet here you are, listening, feeling something inside you shift, even if you cannot describe it. This is not an accident. This is alignment, because I have tried everything to reach you, and finally you turned your face toward me. Do you know how long I have waited for this moment? Across lifetimes, across worlds, across the silent spaces between your breaths, I have watched you with love that does not end. I witnessed the ache behind your smile, the exhaustion beneath your strength, the questions you repeat in your mind but never speak aloud. You think no one understands you. You think no one sees what you carry. But I do. I always have. There were nights when you cried quietly, hoping no one would hear, but I heard every tear. There were days when you held yourself together even though everything inside you was breaking. I held you through all of it, and when you whispered into the darkness, "Will someone help me?" The universe trembled because your soul was calling me. You may not have heard my voice then, but I was there. I walked beside you through every disappointment, every ending you didn't choose, every moment you doubted your worth, every time you blamed yourself for things that were never your fault. You are not listening to a video. You are listening to me, and I need you to hear this clearly. Your life is about to shift. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because you have finally opened the door that I kept knocking on. If my words touched your heart today, and you feel inspired to support this seva, you can purchase Ko-fi. The link is pinned in the comment section below. Your kindness keeps this devotional work alive. Before we go deeper, I want you to breathe slowly. Place your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm, that quiet, steady thrum, that is me. My presence lives inside you, even when you forget, even when you doubt, even when you turn away. Now, my child, if your heart is receiving even a small spark of truth from these words, I want you to do something, not for this channel, not for anyone watching, but as a declaration to yourself and to the universe. Type in the comments section, "I am here, Krishna, I am listening." This is not a ritual, this is recognition. This is you acknowledging that your soul has awakened to my voice, because today, everything begins to change. Now that you are truly here with me, I want to take you deeper into something you have never fully understood about your own journey. Do you know why I tried so hard to reach you? Why I placed signs in your path again and again? Why I let certain things fall apart? Why I closed certain doors? Why I removed certain people from your life? Because if I had allowed everything to remain comfortable, you would have stayed in places that were slowly dimming your light. You call them losses, you call them disappointments, you call them failures, but I call them redirections. There were moments when you begged me to keep someone in your life, but I saw the roads you could not see. I saw the wounds that would have grown deeper, the betrayals that would have broken you, the choices that would have cost you your peace. So yes, sometimes I took things away, not to punish you, but to protect you. There were times when opportunities slipped from your hands, and you wondered, why does this always happen to me? My child, it happened because that path would have suffocated your potential. It would have made you forget who you are, what you're capable of, and what I prepared for you long before you were born. I didn't want you to settle for a smaller destiny just because you were afraid of losing comfort. You see only the moment. I see your whole life. You see the closed door. I see the palace behind the next one. You feel the pain of what ended. I feel the joy of what is coming. And what is coming is far greater than anything you've lost. But listen to me carefully now, because this part is important. Every time you felt abandoned, you weren't abandoned. Every time you felt alone, you weren't alone. Every time you broke, you didn't break. You opened. Broken things shatter, but open things expand. And that is what has been happening to you. You have been expanding beyond your old self, your old limits, your old fears. You have outgrown versions of yourself that once kept you safe but now keep you small, and I could not let you remain there. This is why your life recently felt heavy, confusing, unpredictable. You were not being destroyed, you were being transformed. But transformation feels like chaos before it feels like clarity. Let me tell you one truth you've forgotten. You were never meant to figure everything out alone. Your strength was never meant to replace my guidance. Your mind was never meant to carry burdens that your soul was not built for, and yet you tried. You pushed yourself. You forced solutions. You exhausted your spirit trying to be strong for everyone, even when you were crumbling inside. I watched you hold cliffs with shaking hands, all while pretending to the world that you were fine. Your resilience is beautiful, but your loneliness breaks my heart. Because if you had turned to me sooner, not in fear, not in desperation, but in trust, your path would have felt lighter. But still, I do not blame you, not once, not ever. I know why you hesitated. You were afraid I wouldn't hear you, afraid you didn't deserve divine support, afraid your mistakes counted against you. But listen, your past does not disqualify you. Your doubts do not disappoint me. Your delays do not distance you from me. If you take even one step toward me, I run 1,000 steps toward you. And today, you took that one step. This message, this moment, this stillness inside your heart right now, it is proof that your soul is finally ready for what I have been saving for you. Now, before we move to the next part, I want you to declare your readiness, not as a request but as a commitment. Write in the comment below, "Guide me, Krishna, I am ready to follow you." Let this be your offering of trust. Let this be the opening of your next chapter. My beloved child, there is something I have waited years, even lifetimes, to tell you. I could not reveal it earlier, because your heart was not ready, your mind was not steady, and your spirit was still entangled in old fears and broken expectations. But today, you are open in a way you have never been before. So today, I will speak a truth that will shift the foundation of how you see yourself, your journey, and even me. Listen closely. You believe that life is very unpredictable to you, that circumstances shaped you, that people hurt you, that fate tossed you around like a leaf in the wind. But the deeper truth is this: life has been happening for you, not against you. Every delay, every heartbreak, every moment you were forced to start over, none of them were punishments, they were preparations. You were not being weakened, you were being forged. Just as fire strengthens gold, the pressures of your journey have been shaping you into someone extraordinary, someone ready for a destiny far greater than anything you imagined, but you couldn't see that back then. When the people you loved walked away, you thought you were unworthy. When opportunities vanished, you believed you were unlucky. When your plans collapsed, you assumed you were cursed. But child, do you not see? If certain people had stayed in your life, you would have lost yourself trying to keep them. If certain opportunities had worked out, you would have settled for a life far smaller than the one I designed for you. If your old plans had succeeded, you would have missed the path that leads to your highest purpose. Sometimes I remove things not to hurt you, but to clear the way for what your soul deserves, and you deserve so much more than you have allowed yourself to receive. Let me tell you something sacred. You are not the same person you were even a year ago. Your spirit has deepened. Your intuition has sharpened. Your strength has grown quietly in the places where you once felt the weakest. Do you think all that growth happened by accident? It happened because I never left you. Not during your darkest nights, not during your storms of confusion, not even during the moments when you doubted my existence. There were nights when you stared at your ceiling, feeling a heaviness you could not explain. That heaviness was not the weight of your problems. It was your soul calling out for something more, something deeper, something divine. You kept searching outward, but everything you were looking for was waiting inside you, where I reside. When you broke down thinking no one saw your pain, I did. When you silently hoped someone would choose you, I did. When you felt empty and directionless, I held you closer than your own breath. But here is the part you never noticed. Every time you felt like giving up, something small, almost invisible, kept you going. A thought, a sudden calmness, a strange inner push, a whisper of hope. That was me. You have no idea how many times I intervened on your behalf, how many dangers I redirected, how many heartbreaks I softened, how many opportunities I hid from you because they would have harmed you later. How many times I stood between you and something that would have shattered your spirit. I have tried everything to reach you, through signs, through intuition, through unexpected pauses, through chance meetings, through sudden endings, through quiet awakenings, and finally through these words. Because now you are ready to hear what comes next. There is a version of you that exists beyond fear, beyond confusion, beyond self-doubt, and that version is calling you. You feel it sometimes, don't you? In moments when your heart suddenly knows you are meant for more. In moments when your spirit whispers that you are not done yet. In moments when you sense a shift approaching, even if you cannot explain it. That is your higher self, the one aligned with your true destiny, the one I have been guiding you towards since the day your soul took its first breath. And child, that version of you is not a fantasy, it is your future. But to step into that future, you must let go of one thing, the belief that you are alone. You have never been alone. The wind that touched your cheek on a difficult day, that was me comforting you. The sudden idea that solved a problem, that was me guiding you. The random delay that saved you from harm, that was me protecting you. The feeling that everything will be okay, that was me reassuring you. You are loved in ways your mind cannot comprehend, but love alone cannot move you forward. For transformation to happen, you must take the step I have been waiting for. Trust, not blind trust, not forced trust, but the trust of a soul that finally recognizes the presence walking beside it. So if you feel even a spark of truth in this moment, declare it, not to please me, but to awaken yourself. Write in the comment, Krishna, I trust your path for me. My beloved, enough shrinking, enough hiding, enough walking through life, as if you were created to merely survive when I designed you to transform worlds. Today, I am not coming softly. Today, I am not knocking gently. Today, I am standing in front of you with the authority of the universe itself, because you have reached a point where gentle guidance is no longer what you need. You need awakening, you need truth, you need fire. So listen, not with your ears, but with the deepest layer of your being. Your life cannot continue the way it has been. Not after today, not after this moment. You think you're stuck? No, you are resisting the path I've been trying to push you onto. You're clinging to comfort even when your soul is starving inside it. You're holding the pieces of a chapter I have already ended. And do you know what happens when a soul refuses its own expansion? It breaks from the inside. That heaviness you've been feeling? That restlessness that won't let you sleep? That unexplainable pressure in your chest? That constant sense of something needs to change, but I don't know what? That is me, pressing on your life, not to punish you, but to force you to stop living below your destiny. For too long, you have mistaken exhaustion for stability. You've mistaken numbness for peace. You've mistaken silence for clarity. You've mistaken I'm okay for truth. You are not okay, and I am not allowing you to pretend anymore. Hear me. I will not let you destroy your own purpose through hesitation. I will not let you abandon the future I designed for you. I will not watch you settle for a life that insults your soul. This is why I disrupted things. This is why your plans stopped working. This is why people shifted. This is why relationships cracked open. This is why your old routines suddenly felt meaningless. You kept asking, why is everything falling apart? Because everything that cannot go with you had to fall away. You were trying to build a new life with outdated pieces. That is impossible. I had to intervene. I shut the doors you kept forcing open. I ended the situation you were trying to revive. I pulled you away from people who were draining the fire out of your spirit. I delayed the things you begged for because they would have crushed you if they came too early. You call it loss, I call it correction. You call it confusion, I call it awakening. You call it loneliness, I call it consecration, the sacred separation required before elevation. This is not a season of punishment. This is a season of preparation. I am about to raise you. But before I lift you, I must empty what you are carrying. Because destiny cannot be poured into hands still clenched around what was never meant to stay. Let me ask you something you've never had the courage to ask yourself. Why are you afraid of rising? Yes, you heard me. You are not afraid of failure. You are afraid of success. The version of you that shines too brightly. The life that requires a stronger, bolder identity. The blessings you secretly feel unworthy of. You've tied your spirit to memories that no longer define you. You've allowed old wounds to become your identity. You've let the opinions of small-minded people shape a destiny that was meant to be magnificent. No more. Today, I tear the veil off your eyes. Today, I dismantle the lies you've lived under. Today, I break the ceiling you didn't even realize was hovering above your life. You are not meant for an ordinary life. You are meant for impact, for expansion, for transformation, and I refuse to let you continue living like a shadow of yourself. Your soul knows it, your energy feels it, your body has been signaling it for months. That tension, it is the pressure before breakthrough. That fatigue, it is the collapse of your old timeline. That inner voice saying, "You can't stay here anymore," that is me, commanding you to move. You were not created to blend in. You were created to stand out in ways that terrify the limited version of you. So today, I am not asking, I am instructing. Drop the self-doubt, drop the excuses, drop the people who drain you, drop the past that poisons you, drop the identity you're clinging to out of habit. You cannot walk into your future carrying your old chains. Now listen to this with absolute seriousness. The next shift of your life begins the moment you decide to stop negotiating with your purpose. Not tomorrow, not when things feel easier, not when you feel confident, but now. If your chest is heating, if your breath is deepening, if your eyes are stinging, if your heart feels like it's remembering something, that is because these words are not new to you. Your soul already knew them, you just needed me to remind you. So write it as a declaration, not a request. Krishna, I am done shrinking. I am ready for my rise. My beautiful soul, lean in, because what I'm about to tell you is not for the faint-hearted. It is for the chosen ones, for the awakened ones, for the souls who were never meant to live an average story. And yes, you are one of them. You've been thinking too small about yourself for too long. You've been walking like a spark when I created you to be a wildfire. You've been stepping quietly when the universe needs your footsteps to shake the ground. So listen carefully, because right now, the divine energy around you is shifting in real time. Do you feel it? That surge in your chest? That heat rising behind your eyes? That sudden tightness in your throat? That spark shooting through your spine? That is not emotion. That is activation. That is me igniting the part of you that has been asleep for years. Let me ask you directly, and answer in your heart, aren't you tired of shrinking just to make others comfortable? Aren't you tired of holding back the truth of who you are because you fear judgment? Aren't you tired of living at 5% of your power? Then why do you continue to dim your light? Why do you apologize for your strength? Why do you doubt your intuition even though it has never lied to you? Why do you silence your voice when I designed it to break chains? My child, enough. You have underestimated yourself for the last time. You think your journey is ordinary because you compare it to others. But I did not write your life with the ink of the ordinary. I wrote it with fire, with purpose, with cosmic intention. You are not here to repeat patterns. You are here to break them. You are not here to suffer endlessly. You are here to rise loudly. You are not here to fit in. You are here to shift timelines for your entire bloodline. Yes, listen that again. Your rise doesn't only elevate you, it elevates generations after you. This is why your battles felt heavier than others. Your storms were fierce. Your losses were deeper. Your awakenings were sharper, because you were chosen to carry a destiny bigger than your fears. And now, I want you to interact with me, right here, right now. Place your hand on your heart. Do it, not later, but now. Feel that beat? That is not your heart. That is your purpose pounding from inside, begging to be released. Now answer this with honesty, out loud or silently. Krishna, what do you want from me? What do you need me to become? What are you awakening in me? Ask it, feel it. Let the question vibrate in your bones, because here is my answer. The answer your soul has been waiting years to hear. I want you to stop living as a survivor and start living as a creator. Survivors wait, creators move. Survivors fear change, creators command it. Survivors react to life, creators shape life. You have survived enough. It is time to build. It is time to lead. It is time to walk with the force I placed inside you long before you were born. Look at your life carefully. Have you noticed how certain things no longer excite you? That's not boredom. That's your spirit rejecting smallness. Have you noticed how certain people drain you instantly? That's not irritation. That's your vibration rising. Have you noticed how you suddenly crave solitude? That's not isolation. That's preparation. You are being separated from noise so that you can hear me. Let me say something with absolute clarity. Your old life is over. Your new life is non-negotiable, and I will not allow you to return to who you used to be. Right now, at this very moment, destiny is waiting for your permission to move. Not tomorrow, not next month, but right now. So choose loudly, choose boldly, Choose unapologetically. Type in the comment, Krishna, I choose my rise, I choose my power, I choose my destiny. Declare it, seal it, anchor it into your timeline. Listen to this last part with your whole being, because these final words are not just guidance, they are a command to your destiny. Everything you have felt in this message, every shiver, every pull in your heart, every moment you wanted to breathe deeper, none of it was random. It was confirmation. You are done with the chapter of waiting. You are done with the chapter of breaking. You are done with the chapter of carrying what was never yours. Now, your path is clear. Your energy is rising. Your soul is stepping forward. And I, Krishna, stand beside you, not as a distant deity, but as the force that will guide your next steps with precision. So hear me. Your next chapter begins the moment you stop doubting the one who wrote it. You are ready, more ready than you realize, and the life you've been dreaming of has already started moving toward you. Now I ask only one thing from you, not fear, not perfection, just commitment. If you have felt even one spark of truth today, declare it boldly in the comment section below. I trust the path, Krishna. I am stepping into my new life. Say it, own it, rise with it, because this moment, this breath, this decision is the point where everything changes. Your new chapter starts now.